Hello. Nobody likes someone starting a channel and talking about absolute rubbish, but yeah, I'll do that. So it's beer and cheese. I've got a beer and cheese. And I think these guys have got some beers. So let's start with Craig.
I can go and get cheese
If you want.
I've got a bell pepper and something spicy cheese basically.
Okay.
I had that on Tuesday on Beer Man's channel.
Sorry, what did you say, Greg?
Sorry, I've got some Rioja and red onion cheddar.
See, outdoing me on the beer and the cheese. Right. Well, what are we doing? What we drinking? Is that what we're doing? Should we go start with Craig?
I get this thing out of the way first, then we go to Greg, which is probably going to be better than ours. So I've got Rhubarb Kiss from last year. It's from last year. It's an out-of-date beer, and I forgot I had them in the fridge. Rhubarb Goes. Light, sour, fruity and refreshing, it says on the can, which when it says things like that, I'm a little bit, why do you need to say that? Because, but it was one of them ones that come out last year in Waitrose sort of jobbies around about this time of year last year. I've just been sat there, buried. I think the best before date was the 1st of September, so whatever. So I just thought I'd crack on with them and drink them and not review it. That's it.
Fair enough.
So that's the first one. I've got another one in a minute. The Berry Kiss, the other one. The Berry and the Hibiscus Goes too.
Oh, hang on.
So, yeah.
I'm all new at this. Bear with me a sec. There you go.
All right. Okay. So there we go. That one. So yeah.
From
they're both
the mighty man.
Same ABV. I believe 5%. So yeah, that's it.
All right.
So one exclusive, is that?
Sorry?
Is that a Waitrose exclusive, that one? Because
it was last year. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sort of late summer, early autumn kind of. They had about, I don't know, 12 or so beers. It was just like a promotion month thing. And then they put, once that was over, all the rest they put into the beer section and reduced them all down. And that's when I picked them all up.
Cool.
So pretty good price. I think $1.50 a can. I think they were. It's not bad actually.
Very good. And Greg, what are you drinking?
I'm on Toppling Goliath Kettle Clogger. We'll put it the right way around.
Oh, hang on.
There we go. Got it. There we go, Kettle Clogger. So I picked this up. When I was on my holiday the other week. We dropped into Cardiff. So I went in the Brewdog, and it was £11 in the fridge. But like I say, with my discount and takeout, it's got £6-7. You can't knock it for the brewery of that stature. Really, it was. I had to get it, and it's really good. It's proper old West Coast IPA, really piney, really resinous. A lot of orange coming out. Really big bitter. It's about 100 IBUs, so it's a really good one. Really pleased with it.
Cool. Looks nice. Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had.
I've got the Day of Hefeweizen for later. The one that was the bottled one, the brewery exclusive.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I don't even know. I don't even know how to do that, Adam. How do you do that?
It's in the panel on the side.
Oh, there you go. Fair play.
I've got a terrible beer, and this is no reflection on the brewery. It's just they're a very traditional brewery that have now started canning, and I was a bit intrigued. It was for the lovely price of 99p in B&M. And it is a very traditional English pale ale. So it's a bit fugly. Not great, but I've had worse. And then I have some cheese. and that is currently a little special. Just definitely get it over my face so you can't see my face. Nobody wants to see that. It's an Italian cheese. It's very similar. I would say somewhere between mozzarella and goat's cheese. It's kind of be a bit rubbery, very mild. Just a nice little accompaniment.
That's cool.
I'll
I'll go and get my cheese.
Okay.
I'll have to get my cheese out the fridge in a minute. Yesterday, before we went to Penrith, we went in a little farm store, and like I say, I'm on a Rioja and caramelised red onion cheddar.
Brilliant. I've had a similar beer before. It was really good. Somehow we've got one person watching. Don't know how. Oh, and it's Max. So hello, Max. But there we go. Okay. Right, Craig's going to go and get his cheese. Are you going to go and get yours, Greg?
Yeah, go on in. Right.
Okay. No worries. I'll just fill. So I've had Woodford's beers before. I've had Wherry. I've had that on cask and also in a bottle. This is the first time I've seen cans from Woodford, which are a very traditional brewery. Do see them in, hate to say it, in the very past when I've been to a Wetherspoons, they do generally turn up in there as well on cask. But yeah, have you had any? As I was saying before, I'd had a Toppling Goliath before, Greg. I'd had Saigo Sue.
Yes,
I've had that in brilliant beer. I've had in cans and draft both, I believe, from Brewdog. I was very, very, very merry when I bought the can. It was at Christmas.
The showcase, a nationwide showcase with Toppling Goliath about maybe 8-10 months ago, and I got that one in the Pseudo Sue.
That's the one. Sorry, Pseudo Sue, not Sai.
Pseudo.
Yeah. I had Pseudo twice, as I say. They had it on draft, and then they had it in cans in the fridge. So it was very good.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a bottle from Toppling Goliath.
No,
I didn't think the bottle.
I hadn't. That's what jumped. And when they go on Untapped, it says it's out of production as well, but
All right.
It tastes fresh as so.
No date on it.
No, I can't see one. There's no ABV even on it. They're not giving a lot away.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But no. US pint.
Yeah, which as the cans were as well. It's always not, and I know it's not a proper pint, but it's slightly more, isn't it? Is it slightly more than a 500 ml?
I think so.
The US pint. It's always nice to get a proper fill rather than your standard 440, or in my case today 330. But yeah, I'm glad.
As well.
Sorry.
There's an American red one as well, isn't there? In Home Bargains.
Is there?
Sorry.
Is that the Wherry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that before. I've got it in the fridge. I picked both of them up. 99p for a 330 ml.
Nice on carve. It's lovely on carve when you get it fresh.
I think I had it in Wetherspoons years ago, so I think that's what it wasn't fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wetherspoons fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been thrown down the cellar about 5 times.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So me and Craig were on a stream last night. I went to bed at a reasonably sensible time. Were you on for a while, Craig?
Not crazy, just till about 3. And then
Fair enough.
Got up mid-morning and then went out with Litland for about 3.5 hours. Come back. It's quite unexpectedly nice today, so. But yeah,
It's been pissing it down all day. So, yeah.
Oh really? That's been all right.
Yeah.
So I got that.
But I've had that one before. It's a lovely cheese.
Yeah, it's all right. I've only got a bit left. So I need finishing anyway, but it's a hot cheese with a nice soury, or fruity goza. See how that works. And I've got that to back up and cool down a little bit. So
Oh, I love a bit of brie. Bit of brie, bit of crusty bread.
well, I haven't got that, but I can eat it on its own, all right. So yeah. I've got that for Tuesday, but I don't know if I'll be doing it. Now the daughter's back at school and all that shenanigans.
He does do it very early. Oh, there we go. Local cheese, so it's like a proper label.
Yeah. Oh, can't get the camera. There we go.
Yeah. Very
Nice. Yeah, I need to get
the red onion in it is absolutely amazing.
I love red onion. So,
Yeah.
I don't
not
like
a
it.
massive wine.
Yeah, I don't like raw onion. I like it.
It doesn't taste of wine, which is good.
Good.
They did a Guinness cheese last year and it was amazing.
I've seen that. Yeah, I think I nearly got that someone for Secret Santa at work.
Yeah.
He's a big Guinness fan.
Solid.
So yeah, I have to apologise for my Morrison's spamming.
It's a weird shape, this cheese. Yeah, I've enjoyed your Morrison's reviews. The ones I've seen have been good.
I got it. I was talking today to one of my pals about it, and that North Star that everyone's raving about.
Yeah.
I said to him, if it was £4 in the bottle shop, it would be really, really good. But if it's £4 in the supermarket, it's not. And I don't even. And it makes sense in my head, but
Yeah, makes sense.
I just feel like they've pushed the supermarket as far as they possibly can now, in terms of price point. And at what point does the supermarket become a bottle shop? It's just getting. I think it's gone too far, but.
Yeah, I've heard that beer. I've heard that beer is last year's Dark City rebrewed. That's what I've heard.
Right.
That's that, or one of them. Whether it's last year or the year before, I'm not sure. But I read it somewhere. It might have been on Instagram when they advertised it.
It's. I haven't had it. I haven't had it yet.
No, I've never had any of the Dark City stouts.
No,
I've had a couple of the Hopsy ones. I didn't have a lot this year's. I had the 2 previous years. But yeah, let's have a go at this cheese.
I had Dark City. I haven't had the North Star. I had Dark City 2018 when I went to the tap room for my birthday when I was there. Well, nearly 2 years ago. If it's like that, I'd be happy with that. I've got it in the cupboard. I haven't opened it yet, but I know what you mean. £4 for a supermarket beer. I think for someone that likes beer and is a big craft beer fan, it's not a big stretch money wise. But but I think for the average bod on the street, you're going to struggle.
I think it's really well short term, and then it'll sit. So all the craft beer fans will go and buy it because they want to try it, and then it's just going to sit. But we'll see.
I'll wait till it drops to wait till it drops to 250 and clear the shelf.
Yeah. The thing is, though, if it's £4 and on the same kind of inconsistency levels of, say, some of the other beers, then it becomes £4 that you could have spent in a bottle shop, or towards a beer that generally is going to be all right, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I had the Siren one, and it's on a par for me. I don't know. I think like I say, I think £4's pushing it, but Transient's good as well. They're all. I've had the what was it? The 1 through 3 tonight. I had that tonight. I was a bit disappointed in that one. That's the first one I've been a bit disappointed in. So far, they've all been good. What I've had, but
What was that?
We'll see.
I'm just fiddling. Sorry, I am listening.
No, I'm listening. I just saw.
Siren one they had tonight.
The Broken Dreams one. Oh.
It was a bit.
All right.
It says on the back. You might be able to help us because it says on the back of it that they've used the best bits of Siren, Salt, and North Beer's flagship IPAs. So I was thinking it's Transmission Soundwave, but couldn't tell you what Salt's flagship IPA is now.
I think they've got is it Huckerback? But I think that's
Right.
coming out. That should be
That's
out.
the- It's been out for ages. That's the NEPA. Is it not ICAP? Is that not the
Or was it Juta or Ju?
Jude's Session?
Yeah.
Session? Yeah, I don't know. Rob would know. I could check, but
I don't know. It's the DD Alpaca's the DDH. It must be ICAP. Is ICAP's the dipper in it?
That's going it.
Yeah.
yeah, double up. Yeah.
Their sour was decent as well. I remember having that one. Was it Sour Sucker or something?
Yeah. You won't want to hear this, Adam, but I had their hard seltzer about 6 months ago.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
It's the best hard seltzer I've ever had.
Do you want to know something that really pissed me off?
Well,
I went in to Morrison's to get the beers, and I got Newer World, which I've had before, and I got the North Star, and I was looking because this particular Morrison's, sometimes the newer beers, craft beers and everything get put on an end aisle, so I had a quick shifty round to see if I could see, a better selection on an end aisle. Couldn't find it, but you know what I found on a big selection on an end aisle? Boxes and boxes of hard seltzers. They had the bloody Wild Basin and the other one, the one that you did, bloody. And then they had Morrison's Own as well. And it's just like
Copperberg, Smirnoff.
yes,
Maybe that could be it.
Hang on.
Citra
Oh, the Citra Junior. Hang on.
Junior, yeah, New England IPA. I mean, that could be. What?
Yes, I think it. I have no idea. That's weird.
It was just to put a statement on the back of the can, and it was like trying to work out what their flagship beer is.
So you're not yelling now.
That's right. Weird.
Oh, there we go.
I've got jaundice. Then. Like, what's going on?
Put club colours on it now.
Hang on. Get it right, Red.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fleshy blood orange. Yeah.
Oh, felt like that. So, sorry if I'm messing about. You don't see these settings from the other side, and then when you see them,
No, you don't.
you only see them when you're hosting.
Mm-hmm. I've never bothered. I've just like,
Yeah.
I need to do a test for an hour or something offline just to go through everything. But yeah, cheese is all right.
Yeah, mine was good as well.
It's a bit of a shock
I'd say-
when I first had it. It was like,
Yeah.
that's hot. Now I'm like, that's all right.
I think they do a habanero one as well. That's good. But I'm not one of those people that's into a very spicy stuff. I like a mild spice. But I know a lot of people are hot sauce fans. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Medium for me. I can't do it. I don't want to burn my face off, but I do like a bit of heat, but not too much.
I like nice taste, bit of warmth, but not to the point where it's it's too hot, and it's like, well, what's the? You don't enjoy it, so what's the point?
Yeah.
No. Never had a Vindaloo. It's not my cup of tea.
Madrasses have almost
no.
level. Like the top tier.
Madras is about as hot as I go. A Madras, and that's it.
Balti, but is Balti stronger than Madras? Don't mind a Balti.
Yeah, maybe. But,
Or Karai as well.
See, I actually prefer biryanis. That's where I am with.
I don't like rice.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So.
You won't like curries then?
I know, I like curry. I just don't have rice. I just have naan bread.
Oh. All right.
Or a chapati.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just a weirdo that doesn't like rice.
You like it in India. The rice out there is proper. You'd like it.
Okay. It's
we
the
don't get it.
consistency. Yeah, it's just the consistency I don't like.
Yeah. And out there you got a thing called butter naans, and they're really thin. They're not thick and stocky like our ones. You eat one of them, you're full. You have about 4 or 5 of them, you're still hungry. That's great. Yeah, they're really thin.
Very good.
Yeah, that's just awesome. That was a while ago when I was out there, but that is.
Very good.
You watch the football tonight?
That's the last match.
I didn't see the Liverpool. It was pre-season friendly, wasn't it?
Did you watch the England game?
I
No.
watched it. Well, awful.
Okay.
They got there.
They lose.
Jesus.
I don't watch England.
No, they won.
Just
They won.
how did they?
Just-
Just disappointment.
Just the penalty right at the end, and then they had a penalty. They missed it. 2 red cards.
Neither.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got
Ref
knocked
was
out
terrible.
of the cup today, 3-0.
Did Pickford start?
What was that?
Yeah, Pickford started. Yeah, Carlisle got knocked out of the League Cup today, 3-0.
Oh no.
Oldham. Bad start to the season. That's 6 we've let in now in the 2 games. It's gonna be a long year.
You think you're missing your 12th man?
Hmm?
You're missing the 12th man.
Got, next Saturday's first league game, and we're the test ground. So Cambridge v Carlisle next week. It's got 2,500 fans at it.
All right.
So no away fans are allowed. We got told today that we're not going to get in for the first home game against Southend in September, but we should get in for the Cumbrian Derby in October against Barry. So that'll be good. But there's no away fans allowed in until we're back to normal capacity. But our ground holds 18,500, and we normally get about 5. So we can probably let about 3,000. We could probably let them in. Like, you just can't stand or sit where you normally stand. You just have to go where you're told, kind of thing. But with our season ticket, they've took the terracing and they've broke it down into 15 blocks, and you have to pick your block for the season.
Oh.
Which is brilliant, because I've picked the block right above the tunnel on the halfway line, and that means I can walk in at 5 to 3 from the pub and get straight to the best place in the ground. So,
Right.
yeah.
Is it a decent pub near the Carlisle Stadium?
Well, the ground's about a 10-minute walk from the railway station, so you can go to city centre. You can just go to all the normal pubs you go to, and then just leave at 20 to quarter to when you're in the ground. So I tend to go to where I normally do, just like Brewdog and the Fat Gadby in the 2 pubs. So I just drink in them and just go straight to the game.
Fair enough. I think I'm going to go to my first non-league game in a couple of weeks. See the mighty Bears go, because they have no. It seems like no non-league has got no capacity issues as long as you spread out. They're just going to monitor, so it's going to be 1 seat different distance, from what I can work out.
Yeah.
I don't see. The last few weeks, I've noticed more and more people are just there's no social distance at all anywhere. It's just everywhere's normal now.
Yep,
It is.
people have given up. People are giving up, haven't they?
People have had enough. Yeah, people have had enough. They're just like, no.
When we went to Wales, I didn't realise that face masks weren't compulsory in shops.
Yeah, they're not.
And we went in the shopping
didn't know
centre. I was wearing a face mask, and there was only maybe 5% of the shopping centre wearing a face mask.
Huh.
Mental. I'm not going back to Wales.
You're not what? Sorry.
I won't be going back to Wales in a hurry.
No, I don't think we're going for a while. We're looking at Scotland in January, and we might see what's happening at the end of November to maybe do York or something.
That'd be all right.
So
Yeah, I've got no plans.
I'm in Aberdeen next month.
Right.
Aberdeen.
I've got no plans at the moment.
I'm going for my party. We're staying in the Brewdog Kennels.
All right, very good. Do you get a discount with your tattoo?
Done well, hope so. Yeah, I don't know. The wife's booked it, so we'll see. But I'm hoping the new Mega Dog Tap's opened at the brewery. Apparently they're knocking the main tap room down and the Overworks tap room, and they're making it into a big, massive 4 tap rooms with a beer museum and bits and bobs. So it's going to be opening roughly around the time I'm due to go. So fingers crossed I'll get to that. But it's only a matter of time. I've been in 50 Brewdog bars. It's just a matter of time. So yeah.
Bloody hell! I've done both in Leeds, Birmingham. That's 3. Shepherd's Bush, Camden.
Yep.
Soho. That's about it, I think. Done 6.
I think I've done 4.
I'm just trying to remember any others.
Liverpool. Manchester.
Brixton. That's 7.
Okay.
Brixton. That's a fairly new one. It's quite nice.
I've done 9 since lockdown.
Huh? 9 since when?
Since lockdown.
I've done since lockdown restrictions have eased. I've done Newcastle, Carlisle, Swansea, Cardiff, Bristol, Oxford, St Andrews, Dundee, and Perth.
Not bad, is it? Christ.
No.
Perth, Scotland, not Perth, Australia.
Yes.
Yeah, not Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done outside of UK. I've done Oslo, Reykjavik, Malmo, and Helsinki.
Wow. How
we've
many
done-
more
we've
do you
done-
need? How many do you need to get to?
Well, I think I've got about 9 in the UK to go to. I've got Oxford, Reading, Nottingham, Leicester, Norwich. Not Oxford, Cambridge. Sorry. I've got the alcohol-free bar in London, the Hawks cider room, Southampton, Brighton, Milton Keynes. I think that's about it. And there's 2 more opening in the Leeds area, Headingley, Huddersfield. So they'll be getting nailed soon. I'd have thought.
You have to let us know when you get down to Brighton. I could perhaps join you. I'll get the train down.
I think I think when we do Brighton, we'll do Southampton and just get the bits and bobs that we need to do in London and get that nailed. But yeah.
Good.
I like the
Wow.
I
window
happen
box.
to. Yeah, it's all right. They got rid of the pinball machines though, which is annoying.
Yeah.
They were the managers. Pinball machines as well. He's a collector. I've been to the Newcastle one. I went early doors on a stag do, and I went before the actual stag do. Fair enough.
Have some.
I'm gonna have to get another bit. Yeah, I tell you what, that is actually what I don't like Weatherspoons, but that Newcastle one, the view is epic. Right on the riverside,
Yeah.
right on the canal, riverside.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You'd like the one in Ramsgate, overlooks a massive beach and looks out over the sea.
Air Adams, where the by the river is now.
Oh, by the river there.
Yeah, well, if you cross the river, it's literally next to like the say on the gate. It's on the Gateshead side,
All right, okay.
but it's really good. But I haven't been to Full Circle yet, but that's in the pipeline.
I've not had a Full Circle beer. I don't know. Are they any good?
They are. Well, they're meant to be. I've tried to keep off them until I get to the brewery. But I'm led to believe that Carlisle's got Full Circle for the Clubfest beer.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that it's going to be sooner rather than later. So I want to get to the brewery and just like get it done. Really, it's in kind of like a little brewery quarter where you've got like Brinkburn Street and Almasty. They're all very nearby, so I'll probably do those. Whereas Wylam's more towards the city centre. It's about maybe a mile out of the city centre to go to Full Circle.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wylam's right in the middle of the
Rob-
park, isn't it?
Yeah. I know Rob got a load of them beers
Yeah,
the other day.
Mm.
yeah. I used to
Right.
always go to Box Social when I went to Newcastle. I like their brewery, and they've got a little tap room underneath the railway line, but it's still shut at the minute. So
I don't know what their relationship is with Alpha Delta, but I know it's the guy that used to brew for Box Social is the Alpha Delta owner and brewer, but I don't know whether there's still a close link there. So whether you'd see any Alpha Delta beers in the Box Social tap room, I'm not 100% sure when it opens.
yeah. No, I haven't seen any when I've been in the past, but Alpha Delta's probably more recent than when I was last there. But I do go to Newcastle maybe 4 times a year normally. 4 or 5.
Okay.
They're expensive, aren't they?
They are and they aren't. If it's the dippers are expensive, but the standard IPA, DDH IPA is about 5-6 quid.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen a few of them online. Like I'm like,
I think
seems quite steep for a new brewery.
they charge a lot of wholesale. I think that's the issue, and that's why they're quite expensive when you go to bottle shops and stuff.
They've done well to get that Northern Monk collab into Morrison's though.
Yeah, it's a decent beer that one.
No, but-
Order of the Faith.
But really, just a brewery of their size, even just to get, as an infant brewery to have that collab, I think it's quite impressive.
Yeah, they did. I also had I think it's only collabs I've had from them. They did a tipper with Black Lodge that was outstanding. Tectonic. It was really good. 10% smooth as you like. I'm going to go and get another beer. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'll probably get some more of this. This is I think it's quite nice.
Yeah. Where'd you get
I'm
that?
trying to remember where I got it. I think I got it in Asda, I think.
Yeah. I've had the one out of Sainsbury's.
I can't remember where I got it. It's either I think it's Asda. It's either Asda or Lidl. I think it's Asda.
Yeah. My favourite cheese is Black Bomber. It comes in like a black like truckle, really strong cheese. I love that. That's my favourite. But I don't. If I'm with it with my old man, I just don't get a look in because he's a cheese fiend. So it's a treat in the house if I'm with my old man. But yeah,
I've got a big slab of Edam downstairs as well.
Oh, very good.
Just standard stuff, but it's all right.
So
I was going to start reviewing some local produce rather than getting all these mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like local crisps and local cheeses and stuff like that. Just.
I've been trying to get my hands on. Sorry.
I'm going to say there's been a big tendency
more interested in stuff that's local to people rather than what's kind of, run of the mill. Anyone can get stuff.
What were you saying, Greg? Sorry.
There's been a tendency since lockdown to support local with like businesses, and I'm all for it. The only time I'm against it is beer, because I'm just all I'm getting is the same few breweries like in my area at the moment. It's barren where I am for cask beer at the minute. The major distributors aren't dropping off, so you only drink the local real ale and that's it. It's barren where I am.
I've got 4 breweries really close to me. One's a craft brewery, Time and Tide, and then I've got Gads, which is decent, very good. Wanson Brewery, I've always liked their beers, solid cask stuff, and they've been going into the kind of crafty type stuff, and they've been not too bad. North Down Brewery is another one just up the road. They're not bad. And then outside of that, there's a few in Canterbury, sort of Dover way, and then going up the line a little bit. And you've got Whitstable Bay and all that, Shepherd Neame and that. I'm not really. They're all right.
Whitstable Bay always turns up here.
Whitstable Bay's all right. I prefer them to, although it's part of Shepherd Neame. I prefer them to actual core range Shepherd Neame stuff. It's a bit.
We've been getting a little Time and Tide up here as well. The ham sandwich comes around every so often.
That's not bad actually. It's not a bad beer.
As I was talking about a tipper before, I thought I'll have a tipper because why not? And it's the Vocation Future. Hang on, let me. There you go.
Did you get it off their website or?
No, this was a lovely little. I dropped a couple of beers in. It's got some Daya beers for Dave, Beer Dad, and he kindly said, "I've got a spare one of these. Do you want it?" And I said, "Okay." And it's been in my fridge for about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. So. Yeah, it's a Simply Hop collab. Which are they? Does anyone know? Are they a brewery or are they a hop provider?
Never heard of them.
I've heard of them, but not Dimply Hop.
So it was very kind of him to.
Simply Hops is a microbrewery. That's all I know.
There you go. Microbrewery.
Got to say, Adam, the 2 old boxes apparently are dropping on Tuesday, I reckon.
The what boxes, sorry?
The 2 old boxes are dropping on Tuesday. I know it says they've been posted, but apparently they're going to arrive at people's doors on Tuesday.
All right. Mine still says it's still in Denmark. Yeah. So I don't know what's happening with that.
They've only got 2 beers. Simply hops. I don't even know what they are. Pardon me.
Let's have a look. Yeah, never heard of them before. Flaming hell. There's a bit of a kick on that. They are. There you go. I found them. They are a hop smith. They sell hops.
Haddock Wood.
Hang on, I'm not that far ahead. Yeah, Paddock Wood, Kent. There you go. Right in your backyard.
Wow, a bit West Kent.
Okay. But yeah, so they're a hop sales company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Buy hops. What can you buy then? Let's have a look.
Oh, Citra, a whole Citra at 5 kilograms.
Yeah. Oof.
See, this is the two people that have strayed into this channel. This is the quality thing. We talk about websites that sell hops. That's some of the content. That is, look at that.
Bramling Cross. Oh, your classic.
Can't see through that, can you?
No.
Wow, that's thick.
It is. It's got a kick at the back end.
Is that Black Lodge, that glass?
It is. They don't. I can't smash this one now. I've been told because they're not making this style anymore. They are now making the terrible Tubo glass instead.
Well, they got 61. They got 61 different hops on that thing.
I do like the white font on glasses.
The what font?
It annoys me. You get like a Brewdog Teku when you get an Imperial South, and you just can't even see the company logo because it's that dark. So that glass get a thumbs up for me. That
brilliant.
Yeah.
No, I think they had them a while ago. They're left over from. So for the Liverpool Craft Beer Expo, when they talk about arranging it at the beginning, a brewery throws their hat into the ring to who's going to do the glassware. And I think it was last year. It was Black Lodge, so they did the glassware for it.
Cool.
Unfortunately, it's not on this year, so
what is?
Nothing, I don't think.
Pretty much.
Edinburgh Craft Beer Festival, is that next week? That's a sit down and queue situation.
It's just weird. It's all weird, isn't it?
Queue with your mask and 2 meters distance. I can see that lasting after 6 pints in.
No, it's not going to happen. I don't know how the London one's going to. It's supposed to happen in November, the London one, and it's like, I can't see that happening. Just can't. I don't know.
the whole purpose of the beer festival is to try as many beers as you can. So you get the smallest size glassware that you possibly can. So how it's going to work, and that you get to try as many. I can just imagine you're going to spend a lot of time without the drink in front of you.
Yeah. Everyone's queuing, distancing. It's like, and especially if it's an all-in ticket, it's not going to be worth it.
No. The only thing I think is they do an app. They do an app, and you have a table number. But then you're waiting for the wait staff, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't see how it works, but. Hi, Thomas.
Oh, no.
Hi, Thomas.
Hope you're all right.
No, I don't know what's going on with at beer festivals. How they'll ever work properly without the end of social distancing, I'm not sure. I think it's one of those things.
But when it does end, and it will eventually, however long it takes, it's going to be absolutely rammed. Every beer festival is going to be. If you don't get a ticket on the first few hours, it's going to be sold out.
Do you reckon? I think people are going to be really hesitant because I honestly don't think there'll be a vaccine. Honestly, do not think.
We'll see.
I think you'll get a treatment. That'll be it.
Maybe, but it will end. I'm saying there might not be a vaccine, but the whole distancing thing, it will.
Oh yeah, people
end at some. It will go
people
back
are losing
to
it now.
Yeah, it will do because it will just be rammed wherever you go, pretty much. So,
Yeah,
but then we also
it is what it is.
have to think there's going to be a lot of people unfortunately lose their jobs, so maybe not. You know.
Yeah, I think
A lot of people might not be able to afford it anyway. So I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it?
it is. It's one of those things. This is much better than the last beer.
It's
all right. Like it.
Kicks like a mule at the back. Big hop kick right at the end. It's like smooth. Hop kick.
Take one now. Yeah. Berry and hibiscus goza.
Doing the tippers now, though. Isn't
Old.
it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get Polly's one that's come out this week, the second one.
When I was in Bristol the other week, I had one from first beer check, and it was absolutely brilliant. Like, it's as if it's just gone up a notch. I think that's my favourite style at the moment. If I could just drink triple IPAs all the time, I'd be a mess, but I'd be a happy mess. But yeah.
It's not something you can drink on a school night, is it really?
I'd give it a go.
Not when I'm driving the next day.
Fair enough.
Just
I ain't drove in 20 years ago, mate.
yeah. Well, if you want to get back into it, the roads are a lot quieter at the minute.
I'm a shocking driver.
It's definitely got a red hue to that, hasn't it, Craig?
Hooligan. It looks like a hooligan.
Yeah, it's.
Don't put your address on the internet or your date of birth.
Eh?
Oh, don't put your address and internet on the your address and your date of birth on the internet. No one watches this channel anyway, so it's fine.
And then freeze frame that for 1 second, then good luck.
See. Oh, there we go.
Wow.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Hi, Matt. Welcome to the channel with the least amount of viewers.
Hey, Matt.
What are you guys
How
up
you doing,
to?
Matt?
We've got some beer
Just
and cheese.
Shooting shit and having a beer and beer and cheese.
Well, I'm
Bit of
cheesy,
brie.
enough, so I don't have any cheese, but I'm cheesy. So
Bit of brie.
fromage.
Usual. Yep.
I have. I've dropped the label on the floor. An Italian soft cheese.
Good. It's not looking.
He's really grown his hair out, hasn't he?
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. What are you drinking?
He's going for that unkempt Island of Dr. Moreau level shit right there.
What you guys got to drink?
The what?
What are you guys drinking?
We are drinking this is a new hazy brewery by us, Crush Can. They're called.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Sorry, Matt. Press the wrong button. I'm new to
No,
this.
it's okay. It's a brewery called Tin Barn Brewing. They're getting a lot of publicity as of late. They're new. They opened during the pandemic. They like haven't been around all that long. It's hazy. It's what you'd expect from a hazy brewery. You know what I mean? So, 'tis what it is. But yeah, meh. And then we were drinking a little bit of a Foder Action Trillium here, a little open fermented
very good.
saison from Trillium. That was quite nice.
Well, nice.
And we had a little bit of Black is Beautiful, a little bit of bottle
cool.
Black is Beautiful.
A
So we're
bottle?
running through a
First time
couple
I've
of
seen
beers.
that. Yeah.
I've never seen a bottle before.
Yeah, there's been a couple of people that have done them. I think didn't somebody just announce Stone is doing a Black is Beautiful? I think he's doing it in a bottle. Yeah,
Let him know.
Cool.
yeah, Stone does suck, but
Excellent.
what are you gonna do?
They're suing everybody.
Yeah, if you have anything in your name that's Stone is suing you.
Yeah, if Stone is in your name, they're suing you. If your logo kind of looks like theirs, they're suing you. And apparently it's because they have to bolster their lawsuit against Miller Coors.
Yeah,
Because-
Keystone. Yeah, Keystone
because-
because there's Stone Ice. Yeah.
Because they came back and was like, oh, well, why aren't you suing everybody else with Stone in their name? So
Are we coming through okay, or are we choppy?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Well, now
It's just the
sometimes it's a little weird. When
yeah.
we're outside.
no, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it a bit cooler there now? Or is it steaming up?
Oh, dude, it's perfect right now. It's probably like 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
it's beautiful, sunny, nice soft little breeze. Got a little fan kind of going down here. Yeah, life does not suck. Long weekend. We have a holiday weekend here in the
Labor Day?
States. So Monday, everybody's off on Monday, so it's a long weekend for us.
Yeah. We had that ours was last
We had one
weekend.
last weekend.
Oh, nice. Did
Yeah.
you guys do anything? Did you go anywhere?
I went round Liverpool, local city. Had quite a few beers. Went to Black Lodge tap room. It was all right.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. No,
One thing was
I just spent it with family, daughter, and that.
And I travelled back to car. I travelled
Nothing
back to
beery,
England
really. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Oxford, Bristol, and Cardiff.
It's a town I'd wanted to go to for beer, Bristol, before. I say definitely want to go to Left Handed Giant, but it's just a bit of a mission away.
Is almost all the breweries that you guys have out there, you can get there via train, right?
Some of them, I wouldn't say all of them. Most of them.
But
Trains are
more
quite expensive.
more than most,
Would you-
more than 50%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing in the States here. Almost
Pretty much, yeah.
almost all the breweries you have to have a vehicle to get to. There's the train service here, unless you're in New York or Philly, is pretty spotty at best.
I don't understand that in tap rooms. So if you always have to have a designated driver, or you have to drive drunk, which is
Or
not
you
really an
can
option.
And not get shitty. I mean, that's possible too. No, not saying.
I know, but if you turn up and it's like, oh, I really want to try this triple IPA, you're knackered. You couldn't do a triple IPA.
well, I mean, I don't know how big Uber is by you guys, but Uber's gigantic, or ride service sharing over here is gigantic now, and that's pretty much. I'm not saying it's obliterated DUIs, but I mean, DUIs have gone down like crazy, especially if you live in a semi-populated state. It's just like you get shitty, call Uber, because you're like, because even people are like, what's a $200 ride home? I don't give a shit when you're drunk. You know what I mean? They're like, we don't care. So yeah.
I didn't disconnect him on that time.
Is that you?
No,
All right. Was that you?
no, I didn't. I did not lean on the button. Okay, enjoy the boxing. I hope the Russian guy wins.
All right.
Take
care. Okay, Greg.
Wait.
Cheers. That mate. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I didn't disconnect him. He went off. I was no hands.
Might be the
What I was going to say.
might
His
be just a
internet,
connection
maybe.
where he's out in the garden or whatever. You'll probably be back in a minute.
What I
What you gonna
was going to say is, Oh, there's Matt. There we go.
And I'm back.
Oh,
Yeah,
what happened there?
I switched over my phone for service. So
Oh,
yeah, we
okay.
dropped out there. So.
Sweet.
What I was going to say is Uber here it is a big thing, but in cities only. If you go out into the countryside, you struggle to get an Uber.
I mean, that's the way it is by me. Like, I live in the middle of nowhere, so like Uber doesn't really exist here. It can, like, if you want to pay like a super premium, only because I'm a half an hour away from like larger places. But I mean, there's really not much where I am. But what I was going to say previously is that like even before COVID, like a good portion of when I drank beer was with like Keith or friends and stuff. We would go to tap rooms, we would go to breweries, but it would be like go to a brewery, hang out, have a beer, buy beer, go maybe to another brewery, have one beer, buy some beer, chat it up, and basically do that over a couple of different breweries, not really drinking at the tap room, unless it was like specifically we wanted to go. Like for one of our favorite breweries is Bomb Brewing. That's a brewery I like to go to and sit for 5 hours and drink fucking 4% cask ale. You know what I mean? I can't go to a brewery and drink 9% hazies. You know what I mean? And function. So, you know, it depends on what's going on. But even with us, when we would go up to Vermont for like Alchemist or Hill Farmstead, we would get an Airbnb as close possible to those areas, and either bring a designated driver with us, or Uber around. Even out that way, it's in the middle of nowhere, but there's so many breweries that it seems like Uber kind of exists because of that sole reason.
Yeah. That's cool. That'd be awesome. Just right Uber. Dun. Yeah. You need one of you fairly sober to order it. That's on your phone. It's like, what we'll do it.
I just mash the screen until eventually it turns up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should really just have like a setting in Uber to where you just open it up and there's just a big button that says home, and you just hit it.
Yeah.
And then it just does it.
Drunk setting.
You know what I mean? Like it's like you'd be like, okay, you're like you preset it. You're like, I'm okay paying up to this amount. I'm gonna probably be here around this area tonight. Yeah, just home. I just want to go home.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a drunk setting. Right, setting on. Yeah. That'd be cool.
I think Thomas is talking. I think he's talking about the C word.
Yeah. So do I.
2 years. I can see that being the case, but there's some positivity to it. I can see 2 years from the beginning. Like, I don't think it's 2 years from now. I think it's about a year, maybe a little bit over a year from now. We'll be back to relative normalcy.
Yeah. Well, there's not going to be like
normal.
Yeah,
normal.
Or there's going to be a new normal. And not every place is going to be 2 years, because I think like New Zealand or whatever is like C word free. And that was like a month or two.
Yeah, they could easily get it back. They just have it locked down. When you talk about it going away, it's more of a either a natural immunity or inoculation or some shit like that.
They did get it back. They had a family of 4 that got it last month.
Oh, did they?
And that was and that was the first one for about a month.
I don't know what's going on now over there.
No, I think they're okay now.
Sorted out.
So Thomas says hi, Matt, as well.
Hey, what's going on, Thomas? I found his channel not too long ago. I like his channel. I like what he does.
Good. Cool.
Yeah.
And also, he says there's no Uber in Ireland. However, Dublin have a knockoff version, because I have been in it.
There's no Uber in Ireland.
Really?
It sounds like an episode of Always Sunny or something like that.
There is no Uber, but there is a very similar car share company that operates all over Dublin.
What's it called?
It's got a stupid name. It's something like Go Car or something ridiculous like that. It's very silly name.
Yeah.
Ride service Dublin. I'm sure it's I was very drunk coming back from the Guinness Brewery, and I got one. Ride Services Dublin. It's a ridiculous name. No.
It's got. Let me guess. Takeaway.
No, I can't find what it is. I had the app on my phone until recently. It's something stupid like Go-Kart or something
Or Protestants
ridiculous.
only, or something like that. Yeah.
Don't be saying that in Dublin.
I know.
No.
That's why I said it.
I can't find it. But the thing with Ireland's got some good transport links, the trains and the tram, so it's not too bad.
Are you gonna come out, hang, babe, or no? Okay. See ya.
Yeah.
How'd you get that fancy ticker at the bottom? Is that like a new StreamYard thing?
No, it's been on for ages.
Been around for a while. Just not many people use it.
No. Unfashionable, that's me.
No, it's
I don't even know how to do it. I've not even
It's-
looked.
If you go on banners, you have the option to do it.
Oh, okay.
It's just a tick box.
There you go. Interesting.
Yeah.
At what level cost would you pay for StreamYard? Like if they were to actually make their prices like sensible? Like at what point would you actually pay?
$6.99 a month. It shouldn't be more than
about the same.
Netflix.
Yep.
It should.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It shouldn't be more than Netflix.
It's almost like, are you crazy? Like, what's your fucking problem?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the basic not lower now? Is the basic not 13?
Is it?
Well, no, I think it's no. The basic, I think it's 20, isn't it? But it's 25 monthly, 20
Yeah.
if you pay for the whole year at once.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's
You
how
have to
it works.
pay the whole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get the subsidized version of it. But like, let's put it this way. Like, I know it would cause like a shitstorm for a lot of people. Like, wouldn't you be
It's 20.
absolutely ecstatic if they had a $4 a month basic version that removed the fucking stamp, but there was no free anymore?
That.
Would you be cool with that? Would you? Yeah. Would you be cool with eliminating free across the board for a cheaper version? You know what I mean?
I don't.
Have like
I don't.
five different tiers. You know, a $2, a $4, a $10, and a $20 one, but you have to pay regardless.
I think they should. It should be more than that though. If you're paying for that, it should be. You get at least 8 participants. I know the basic's 10.
No,
Um,
no, and I agree with that. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah, but what I'm saying is, if everybody had to pay and it was just $2 to $4 to start off, I think most people would, and I think it would like benefit
Yeah,
the most.
I would.
Now, it would be hard to justify the pro version, but you know, like you said, keep it to 8, maybe 8 people. I'd be cool with 8 people. More than 8 people in a stream is just nightmare anyway.
Especially
So
especially
8
with
people,
beer. It's just
1080p, 30 frames per second, no splash mark, no watermark. I'd pay if everybody had to pay. I'd be totally game, and I would pay like you said. I would pay like $7 a month for that, no problem. I would cough it up easily. But 20, they want $25 a month for that.
Well,
That's crazy.
you only get 1080p with the professional.
Even 1080, most I think I could do maybe 1080 30 with my internet connection decently. So most internet streams are going to be 720p, which is fine by me because almost every camera is going to be 720 anyway. You know what I mean? Like it's squeezed down and compressed. It's not like we're just all one. It's just one person. So yeah, I don't know. Most people watch these to be able to see, but also to be able to hear. So I don't think you need that 60 frames 4K bullshit.
You don't
What-
need that. It's not people can see and hear you. That's it.
Yeah.
Main thing.
What I don't understand is the multi-stream 8 destinations or 3 destinations with the basic. Now, is that 3 different types of social media, or is that 3 accounts on the same social media?
No, that's like if you want to stream to YouTube,
That's
Facebook, Twitch.
Facebook. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those kind of like you're doing one stream. I'm just curious as to how they handle the comment section on that. Like, let's say you stream to 3 different platforms. Are you getting all 3 comment feeds?
Yeah,
you'll
I've
get
seen
the
it.
logo. The logo.
Yeah,
with
I've
the,
seen it. I've seen it on Facebook and YouTube. It's blue, so you can see that Facebook's blue. The YouTube's got
Blue
the play button. So if we go into
So it's like a
Thomas's
small
comment,
icon next to it.
Yeah.
I got you.
yes,
I
if
got
you-
you. Okay, fair enough. But I mean, I would be interested in that. I would do that, but I it's not something I focus on. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
But it would be nice because I would like to stream directly to Instagram more than Facebook, but I know
Yeah,
that's
that-
locked down. Plus,
they
it's a
haven't got
whole.
the-
I mean, you're talking about a 16:9 vertical as opposed to
Yeah.
horizontal, so I'm not sure how that would work. But
Yeah, they haven't got the
Yeah.
they haven't got the interface for that yet.
there's a
think they'll-
third-party company that actually has a workaround for that. I forget what it's called. If you use like a third-party app like OBS, which I usually use, you'd actually stream directly to Instagram Live. But it's convoluted and a little weird. It's called like
The thing
Yellow
with-
Cat or Yellow Dog or something like that.
Right. The thing with Instagram is you can't go more than an hour. So how would that work?
Yeah, true.
Unless it would
But that
cut
would be
and then
easy. That
start
would be an
again.
easy fix though, because on a coding side, you could set up an automation to where once it was over, it just re-upped the stream immediately.
Yeah,
Like it
Yeah.
it just went boop boop and then put it right back
Yeah,
up.
just-
So I don't
yeah,
think
just-
that would be a big issue.
Yeah, like a patch between the.
interesting. Anyway,
Yeah.
It's,
Absolutely.
I just like that you can save. What is clever is when you do the colors, they call the brand. You can have your own branding, but you can have multiple options. So you can have brand 1, brand 2, brand 1. So if you were doing different
So what you're
subjects,
saying is you're a blood, not a crypt.
it's
That's
red for Liverpool.
people
You should know that, Matt. As an Arsenal
Yeah,
fan,
blue.
you should know that red is definitely better.
Better than blue. Better than white if you're Arsenal.
Yeah. What I was going to say before is, do you guys
Yeah.
this triple IPA is 9.7.
What are you drinking? Daya?
Oh.
Everybody's drinking the fucking Daya. What is it?
No, Vocation.
Oh, okay.
Vocation, and it's their there we go. Future Desire State. It's triple IPA, but it is, if I can find the percentage, 9.7. Should a triple IPA be 9.7%, or
Yeah,
should it always
absolutely,
be?
without a doubt. I think,
Really?
Yeah, you see, I understand your logic, but to me, I've argued this before. An IPA in my brain, like a base IPA, is like up to like 6-8 maybe. I think
Yeah.
double IPA should take over at 7 at
You
minimum,
think 7?
and get
Right, okay.
and then get up to maybe 8.5, 8.2, 8.5, and then you get in a triple IPA. That's because that's the way it was. That's the way it was back in the day. But now it's like
Yeah.
people are like, listen, we have brewers around here that make fucking 9% IPAs and call them sessions. So it's fucking crazy. It's the Wild Wild West. You know what I mean? So it is
Excellent.
what it is. But I would call 9% a triple IPA. I know a lot of people wouldn't, but that's just me.
A lot of them call them double. Then a lot of them up to you get to 10, and then it's a triple. I think a lot of people are on that. I don't know.
Well,
Where's
if you-
well? Let's think about it this way. Where would you cut off a triple? Belgian triple. Like a double, you know what I mean? A Belgian triple is like 8 and change.
yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's
true.
not like a.
True.
It's not like it's. You know what I mean? That's how my brain always worked. It was single, double, triple, quad. I thought was always a universal thing as far as ABV went. You know what I mean? And it kind of translated that way to IPAs, like back in the day. But it seems like America's kind of created their own rules as far as what's a double and triple IPA now, and it's kind of now that's a new set of rules. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's one. I mean, I'm sure there's some BJCP guideline that tells you where the cutoff is. But
Yeah, well.
something in the mid 9s to me is going to be a triple IPA. I think what is it? Founder's Devil Dancer. What's the IPA? What's the ABV in that? That's like an old school triple IPA. Let me see if I can find that.
Did you guys see the announcement by Omnipollo this week about their quadruple? It's a deca hopped beer. It's a quadruple IPA at 12%.
I've seen.
So that could be a
I mean,
triple.
we've had that
That could
stuff
be a
over
triple.
here though. We've had a bunch of like a triple hopped, like super triple IPA. I had Rush. There's a brewery close to me, an absolutely fantastic brewery called Rushing Duck. What was that beer called from them? Let's see if I can remember that thing. Yeah, it came in an 8-ounce can. That's how high ABV it was. They put it in a itty bitty can.
Bloody hell.
It was a 16% quadruple IPA. Yeah, it was crazy. I forget the name of it. I'm trying to find it right now. But it was really good. But it was really good in the way that you think it would be good because it was just like eating.
Sounds like a Brewdog beer.
Yeah, but it was actually good.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, here it is, right here. It was their bottom feeder, 16%. They called it triple, but it was really I think they wrote in the can it was quadruple something or other. That beer was awesome. But yeah, I mean, and then over here we have Dogfish 120. I mean that's 18%. They consider that an IPA. I think they call that it's just imperial IPA.
Yeah. It's not a term I've seen a lot of quadruple IPA. It does tend to be double, triple, imperial.
Well, then you run into
Imperial.
the kind of the conundrum
Imperial
of
covers
a double
double and
IPA
triple.
that's double dry hopped, a triple IPA that's single dry hopped, a double IPA that's quadruple dry hopped, a quadruple IPA that's single dry hopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like then you start running all that kind of shit.
Daft, yeah. But then Imperial would cover double and triple anyway, wouldn't it?
That's the thing too. Like there's beers that we have over here in the States that like breweries call IPAs that aren't IPAs. They just call them IPAs because they know that's what sells. So someone will make like a red ale or someone will make, some kind of beer that has hops in it and they'll just call it some kind of version of an IPA just because they know that's what will happen. We have people over here that have had staple beers, like house beers that have been around for decades. And they've literally changed the name to some version of an IPA. It's like it was been around for 20 years as this, but now we're going to start calling it an IPA. That way people want to drink it, So.
Yeah. It's like, don't forget about us. That kind of...
The stereotypical one about that for England is Green King, isn't it? Green King IPA, what is it, 3.8%? It's not an IPA. It's a pale ale or it's a bitter. It's a malt forward beer.
It's awful. Terrible. Yeah.
But people
like to drink it
associate it with...
It must be better at the brewery, you would think.
The double's not bad. The Hop Monster is not terrible. It's not a terrible beer. It's not great. It's just not terrible. Oh, we have the old Growler. You ever seen his channel? Very interesting channel.
Cool.
Mr. LaFrance.
Cool. Hi.
I think he's based out of Brooklyn, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Cool. Have a look.
He does live ones now and again, which is a lot recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you eat your cheese? Have you finished all your cheese?
No, still got cheese left. It was, to be fair, it was the whole thing I got. It was quite large.
Looks like mozzarella.
It's very similar to mozzarella. It is very. It's not as stringy. It probably would be a good melting cheese.
Mozzarella is the biggest crime in humanity in the history of mankind. Mozzarella is horrible.
Really?
That's
What
my-
do you mean? How
It
Americans
tastes like it's
do
like
mozzarella?
the only difference between tofu and mozzarella is mozzarella melts. That's the only difference. Mozzarella doesn't taste like anything.
I've had mozzarella on both sides of the Atlantic, and I can tell you they are different cheeses.
You guys never had Cooper cheese though.
I haven't, no.
Cooper cheese is it's the best thing ever. I don't even know what to tell you about it. If you ever had it, you don't want to have it. Let's put it this way, because once you have it, you'll be like, my life's ruined. 'Cause I've never had it, and now I need it all the time. I went to a deli here in the States, like a cheese place, and on my way home yesterday from New York, I was up in upstate New York, and I was driving home, and I stopped by, and I was like, yeah, let me get a pound of Cooper, and they're like, what? I'm like, Cooper cheese, and they're like, we don't have that, and I just looked at them like with anger, and I was like, okay, I'm fucking out of here. I'm like, I'm not even gonna spend a dime in this place. You don't have Cooper cheese? I'm like, you can't Anyway, that's my cheese portion of the show for you guys.
Fair enough.
Give it a go. I'll try it.
Wow. I tell you what is if you're I tell you what is a good cheese to get. You will get it in the States, but I'm a big fan of Caerphilly cheese. Not
What is it
Philly
again?
cheese. Caerphilly cheese. It's from Wales.
You'd be
Yes,
surprised.
yeah.
We have there's this huge cheese artisanal snobbery thing here in the United States, where we get every cheese on the face of the planet. Like if I go to a really hoity-toity supermarket, there's a whole section of cheese that is miles long. You can pretty much get everything here. But yeah, what kind of cheese is it? Like hard, soft, semi-soft? Like what is it?
It's a very crumbly cheese,
So like blue cheese, in texture,
Moist.
but
Moist.
not
but
taste.
it's white. It's not a blue cheese. It's very similar to texture in blue cheese, but it's a white cheese. It smelled like that.
Could you associate it with a more well-known cheese?
Cottage cheese type.
Yeah, it's somewhere between cottage cheese and feta, but with more flavour.
Okay, yeah, I have a problem with feta, and that
Okay.
I eat way too much of it. I like my favorite thing, because we have the garden here in the farm. Like my favorite thing in history of mankind is slice up a bunch of onion, slice up a bunch of tomatoes, and whatever else is available. Cucumber, squash, doesn't really matter. Just throw it in a bucket or a bowl with balsamic vinegar and a little bit of Caesar dressing, and then feta cheese, and that's it. That's all. And let it sit for a day, let it ferment a little bit, and just eat that. Like it's almost like a vinegar-based kind of bruschetta kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Soften it up a bit.
yeah, and it's always
Yeah.
nice to have that kind of little punchiness. And feta's nice, but it just lacks that little bit of oomph.
Yeah,
So it sounds like
Yeah.
that cheese would actually bring that little bit of oomph.
yeah, but you
It's
can't
kinda- it's
cook it.
kinda it's kind of like
It's
blue
been-
cheese for me. Like blue cheese, I put in a lot of cheese dishes, not as the main cheese, but like if I
Yeah.
make mac and cheese, I put blue cheese in it because it almost adds like a volume to all the other cheeses. It just amps everything up.
I'd put some breadcrumbs in that as well. Let that soak as well. So you've got a little bit of crunch.
Hmm.
All right,
Really?
On mac and cheese, you got to coat the top
No,
of the breadcrumbs, and you got to put a little butter
not
in there,
mac
and you
and
got to put
cheese,
it in
the-
the broiler.
no,
so
the
it crisps the
in
top.
the salad thing. In the salad thing.
Oh,
Oh, in the salad, really? Okay.
Yeah.
not croutons.
That's kind of weird.
Croutons, yeah.
But whatever.
Oh, okay,
Croutons, is it?
okay.
Yeah, croutons.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, it is good. I would recommend Caerphilly, but you can never get a slice of it. As soon as you cut it, it crumbles into many pieces. It's the most annoying cheese to try and put on crackers.
Yeah.
You end up just like spooning it on because it's basically crumbled into multiple pieces.
You got anything else to drink, Adam? After?
I've got probably.
Probably. Good man.
I've got Pomona Island's Imperial Sour, which I've had mixed reviews from people.
I've still not had anything from them. Have
You know,
have they sorted their issue out with exploding cans? Or was it just the weather at that time?
bit of both, I think. I think it's one of those ones where if you're doing a fruit IPA, you need to make sure it's fermented through correctly because people don't necessarily store them in the fridge.
Well,
Shock horror.
It still amazes me people don't put things in the fridge when it's blazing hot. It's like, yeah. I just don't.
Anything fruit based, I just shove right to the back of the fridge straight away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
why would you even risk it?
In summer, I even keep my stouts in the fridge, and then if I want to drink them sort of in a few hours, I'll take them out well before, let them warm up a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you get away with it in the winter, but yeah. It's like when you got a shed full of beer and you got no fridge, I don't get that.
To be fair, I'm only allowed a shelf in the fridge, so I have to pick my beers carefully that go in the shelf, and the rest go in the cupboard.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's the one above the salad crisper, so it's not the biggest shelf.
Can you stack can on top of can on your shelf?
No. I only just Daya, with it being 500 milligrams, 500 milliliters. Sorry. It only just fits in stood up. I have to slide it in very carefully.
So, yeah, okay. I've got my own beer fridge, so
you're a lucky man. I'm in the market. If anyone knows of a cheap beer fridge going locally,
I think
with the one person.
Mine was about 120 quid about 5 years ago. Just
I've got
a simple half, not half thing.
I've got nowhere to put it, or should I rephrase that? I've not been allocated anywhere to put it.
I made room.
I've been looking into the German underground options, which if you ever stray into a weird part of the internet, Germany have come up with the answer to a beer fridge. It's called drilling. Well, basically digging a circular hole into your garden and sliding a plastic tube, and then the cans go. And you pull it up, and you put a bit of turf on top.
Nah.
So that might be an option.
The night or something, they'd be like,
in my back garden, I don't think so. They're going in the flower beds. Just keep a fake plant on top.
It's true. But yeah.
I just have to bag them up. Or cling film them or something.
I thought about getting them, the bar fridges you get, like the double ones. The ones you can see on the of the aisle, the bar. I thought, they're about 600 quid. Like, that's a bit too much, really.
You might keep an eye out for bars going bust. You might be able to get a cheap one.
Well, I mean, I was going to eventually. This room's not going to be forever, as in doing this. It's either going down to the cellar or going out into quite a big shed in the garden. But that's just lots of work needs to be done. We'll see.
I imagine when I watch Matt's videos, I imagine that Matt literally just has under-counter fridges all underneath where his knees are in the video.
Keith, how much beer do I have in my fridge right now? Like 10. I have like 15 beers. I drink all my beer.
His beer fridge is actually a little more full than it usually is.
Yeah, I don't have that ton. I don't have a lot of beer. I drink all my beer.
He doesn't. You don't sell it. Like, you don't.
No, I don't really trade. I don't sell. I don't trade it. Do any of that stuff. I'm lucky.
No, I don't.
I'm lucky enough to where like 3/4 of the beer that I review comes from other sources, whether it be viewers send me beer or friends give me beer or breweries send me beer. So, and when that usually happens, is one beer. It's not like I'm got a 4-pack here or 6-pack there. So it's not like I'm giving away beer or I have all this beer that I can do whatever with, but almost all of it's review beer. So, typically what I do is 3 days a week, I'll review 3 to 4 beers. So you review 3 to 4 beers 3 days a week. You have a week's worth of content plus a couple.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, I have a couple, I have a small, half case worth of cellared beers, but I don't have that much beer. You'll have this illusion I have this vault of craziness. No.
Yeah.
Because what I'll do is I'll hang out with friends. We'll get halfway through a beer night and I'm like, let's open everything. I'm like, that's what I'll do. I'm like, let's just open everything I have. I don't care. I'm like,
at the beginning, he'll be like, "Oh, we can't open that because I have to review it," and then by the end, he's like, "Fuck it, I don't."
and I'll just open everything. I'm like, hey, it's all. Let's open 9 barley wines at once for fun. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That shit. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't have that.
Wild ones, pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm like that, but then I fall asleep about 5 minutes later. So,
Well, I'm the same. I mean, my typical end of the night devolves into me either just Irish goodbying people to where I just disappear, or I just start playing video games until I pass out.
Yeah.
Right now it's
Yeah,
Tony
I passed
Hawk's
out last
Skater,
night.
the new one. Everybody should be playing.
I got
right
into
now.
bed, I had something to eat and phone on, and then I woke up and it's like, okay, I've still got this shit on me here. It's like, obviously just fell asleep.
I've never
Funny.
spilled a beer falling asleep. Never.
No,
spilled
I
a
always
beer.
put it down.
Well, whilst
Yeah.
no. I've woken up with a hole in a beer, but I've never spilled it. I spill it when I'm awake. The running thing about
Yeah.
3 beers in, I'll spill it awake, but not asleep. It's the stupidest thing in the world.
One of my go-tos for a lot of beer is typically I save a lot of my beer reviews and beer drinking for the weekend, like I think most people do. So I'll usually open most of my beers Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's my wheelhouse for opening my beers. And if I have some kind of big, huge barrel-aged beer that I really want to get into, I'll open it on Thursday and I'll pour, 6-8 ounces of it. And I'll put a cap on it, have these wine stopper cork things. And then I'll sip on it for a couple days because those big beers last over the weekend. But past couple ones, I put that wine cork thing in and it popped out overnight to where the beer is now just flat and fucked. And I get so fucking angry. I'm like, God damn it, I ruined that goddamn beer. I specifically put that wine cork thing in. I gotta find a better system, is what I'm saying.
What's that one beer? Remember that one beer?
Get a recap.
Duct tape.
One of them.
Duct tape.
Get one of them.
Everything.
Duct tape heals the world.
A recapper, like new cap.
Saving it for me, or if we opened it that night?
I'll tell you what you should do. Hang on.
Blew off while we're sitting there, boop. Yeah. I remember. I've been sitting waiting.
Pour it into a growler.
The what?
Pour it into a growler.
Nah, the additional pour just kind of kills it.
Reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The optimal thing, which would be similar, but I have this little pressurized keg thing that would repressurize the beer and stuff like that. I could do that, but honestly, if you take I have this old school ghetto wine cork thing. It's like a piece of plastic, basically rubberized kind of TPU kind of plastic. I ran that in there. If that stays on there, it's golden. There's nothing. I mean, soft oxidation over a day. Who gives a fuck? It probably enhances the beer slightly. But but the pressure, if it's over pressurized, sometimes like me and Keith one time we were sitting there waiting to open this beer and it just fucking shot out of the fucking thing and hit the ceiling. Like sometimes it just happens, you know. But yes, duct tape would definitely fix that.
I've got one, a wine one with a pump on it. So obviously it's the
You don't want to
plastic
do
thing.
that though.
I know. I was going to say
Because the pump actually, it's actually
it's
with
aerating
wine,
it.
Wine's not carbonated.
Yeah.
So you want to remove all negative oxygen. If you actually remove that negative oxygen, that pulls the carbonation out of the beer and makes it flat anyway.
Yeah.
So you actually want to cap it with as much pressure in there as
with
possible.
Kappa.
Yeah.
Get a
Okay.
Kappa
Yeah, because I did that a couple times. I was like, yeah, that doesn't fucking work. Yeah.
Yeah.
a recapper. One of them homebrew things.
Yeah, the homebrew cappers. Yeah, I've
That
seen
or
them.
just not be assholes and drink the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
Just drink
I'm
it.
gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't know what beer I'm gonna have.
So you finished that.
Oh yeah, that's gone. That's gone.
Yeah.
But to be fair, that was only my second beer.
Have a lager. You got any lagers?
I've got Lost and Ground in Keller Pils.
I think
What is that?
That is the only lager currently in my fridge.
maybe you'll like it.
Bit of a mallet, a palate cleanser, and then
Yeah.
stout.
I might try that or that Imperial Sour. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to think about it. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Just finishing off this.
It's fresh. It's not super old. It's canned. That's a month ago. You don't.
Just finishing off this sour Bavarian hibiscus
Super new wood.
goza.
Okay.
It's kind of old.
Who is that
so that's
from?
why it's a collaboration with Magic Rock and Wild Beer Co.
Okay. I know both those guys. Magic Rock's the one that's sold to like a big beer, right?
Yeah, Lion, is it?
I forget.
but-
And then Wild Beer Co. They're starting to get like a decent amount of publicity. We actually get Wild Beer Co. over here. Are they
Yeah.
owned by a bigger company too, or
No, they're independent. Yeah. Did you get? Is it Sleeping with Lemons Export? That's normally one of the commoner ones, I think. But they're pretty good. Lots of like wild fermentation kind of gear. What are you looking at? What you got? Yeah, I know.
Keith, what do you got right there?
It's off camera. I can't see.
Yeah, he's it's a brewery called Single Cut.
Oh right, yeah.
It's their cut out bin. Keith doesn't like it. I thought Keith would actually like it. Because it's
So what is
really
it,
like a West Coast kind of
IPA
hazy
or-
IPA is what it's
Hazy,
trying to
yeah.
be. This is on purpose. This is not accidental. And
It looks
like
quite. It looks quite
Well,
dark.
it's dark. It's dark,
Malty,
but it's
malty.
they're trying to do like a West Coast IPA with like hazy kind of tendencies.
Right.
Look at his face. Keith loves it.
Weird.
It looks like he's gonna sneeze.
It looks like his porn stash is gonna fall off.
Yeah.
Right. I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide on either of these, so I'm gonna have both.
Right.
Are you gonna
So this-
convey them and chug them at the same time?
No, I have two separate glasses.
That
So
Pomona.
this is Pomona Island out of Salford.
Props on them for a vertical barcode. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Not a lot of people do it. They fucked that up.
and this is their. Let's see if I can maximize this. Hang on, 1 second. So this is their Much Intense Dance Vibes Imperial Pineapple and Guava goes,
Oof.
rocking in at 10%.
Wow. That's not about here.
No. And then the other one is Lost and Grounded Keller Pills.
Not horizontal.
And nice 4.8 mix.
Critical enough to like.
Nice.
I've had Keller Pills plenty of times. It's
I love
It's
Keller
one I
Pills.
lo-
It's one of my favorite
Right.
styles.
yeah, it's Lost and Grounded do a very good Keller Pills.
It's nice. Nice beer, that. I enjoyed that. I reviewed it.
I
earlier.
can't get it. It's never at any bottle shops. I can get it at Waitrose, but it is a 25-minute drive for me. Which Matt will go, 25-minute drive to get a beer. That's like
Down the-
easy.
Next door. Next door.
Yeah, it's next door. But for me, that's quite hard.
I know M&S do it as well, don't they? I think.
I've never seen an M&S.
They've gone to 330s as well, which is bizarre. I don't get that.
Was that not for Beer 52 only?
No, it was for M&S.
I've never seen it. I've honestly never seen it in M&S. I'm doing a break
I've
tap.
never seen it. I very rarely go in M&S anyway. But
I just go for transmission, for North's transmission,
we don't get it
which
down.
is awesome.
We don't get. It's so annoying.
You get Sputnik and Tesco. Transmission is a million times better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've had it before, but I've never had it from there. So.
I sent James's beer mail this week. It went on Tuesday,
Pricing?
and he. Not actually too bad. I had a discount code. I've been saving it for James because I knew he was the most expensive, so it made sense to use the discount code for him. So I got a nice 10% off, and it ended up costing me, I think it was £20, and that was including VAT to post it with UPS. Yeah, but it's going to take 3 to 5 days to get there. But it is Sweden, so
Yeah.
it was in Essex last time I looked. It hasn't left the country yet. It's gone Manchester, Nottingham, Essex, and it's been in Essex for a while.
What? Nottingham? Is that the central?
Go over there.
I have no idea. Essex, I can only assume it's going through Stansted Airport to fly out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Weird shit.
yeah, it's weird shit. But yeah, Keller Hills, Lost and Grounded. I really like their running with Scepters as well. Their IPL.
I had that was a Keller Pills. I showed it last night. Where have I put it? Wasn't that one? That's a nice beer. Where have I put that then?
Very much.
I can hear-
Okay,
I can see
gentlemen, my
Keith
phone is about to die,
talking.
so I'm going to have to leave.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it.
Cheers.
yeah, good seeing you guys.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Keep safe.
Yeah, I might close it down now because we have one viewer watching,
Yeah.
and
no
my
worries.
headphones have just run out of battery.
All right.
So that's a good start to end on.
Bye.
Bye.